You want to say it?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Will you please take your seats? The ceremony is about to commence.
Please stand and or remain standing for the posting of the colors and for the playing of the national anthems of Italy and the United States. Please be seated, and let's welcome Mr. David Rudy, our formal principal, to the stage.
Thank you, Elias. Good evening, distinguished guests, parents, faculty, loved ones at home, loved ones online, and most importantly, our seniors. Welcome to the 68th Commencement Ceremony of Vicenza High School. As Elias mentioned, my name is David Rudy. I'm the Community Superintendent for the Dodea Europe South District, and it's my pleasure to welcome you on behalf of our District Superintendent, Mr. Paul Salato, to this evening's graduation. It's an honor to kick this celebration off with the class of 2025. Send them off in style in this beautiful stage decoration and this pretty reasonably air-conditioned gym, I think, all things considered, right? Seniors, you've accomplished so much during your time at Vicenza High School, in the classroom, in our local military community, on our sports fields, and even right here in this gymnasium. As we gather this evening for one last time, I hope that you do take a moment and just reflect on your experiences being a Vicenza Cougar. This school holds a very special place in my heart. I've spent half my professional career in Vicenza. I've been the assistant principal, the principal, and now the community superintendent of this school and this district. And I just know that the place that it holds in my heart, near and dear, will be the same for you as you leave the Vicenza community in pursuit of your post-secondary education, your military service, or entering directly into the world of work. So, without further ado, I'd like us to begin this formal program, and let's get these seniors graduated. At this time, it's my pleasure to welcome a friend and a colleague, and your current principal, Mr. Mark Villarreal, to the stage.
Good evening again, parents, families, and friends. Welcome to our Vicenza High School and second graduation ceremony for the class of 2025. I would like to first welcome our distinguished guests, USAG Garrison Commander Colonel Scott Horgan, our commencement speaker, Mr. Daniel Frigo, friend since before the year 2000, Mr. Community Superintendent, Mr. David Rudy, our school liaison officer, Beth Potter, our many honored guests and representatives from the various commands, and of course, our distinguished Italian guests. I have a couple of reminders of decorum for this event. We kindly ask that you turn off the cell phones, and please be respectful of each graduate as they are recognized. Please refrain from showing overzealous enthusiasm for your graduate so that all graduates may be recognized. Now, I would like to welcome our Garrison Commander, Colonel Horgan, to the stage.
Okay, good evening, class of 2025. It is, I tell you what, this is an absolutely incredible day for me. An even more incredible reason for all of us to be gathered here today. And so, on behalf of Major General Gainey and the community of military leaders, we are absolutely honored to join our graduates this morning. And I'm honored to be here not just as the Garrison Commander of Vicenza, but also a very proud father of one of today's graduates. Now, to be fair, when my graduate found out I would be speaking, he told me there were 3 things I was not allowed to do. Number 1, I'm not allowed to tell any dad jokes. Number 2, I'm not allowed to try and speak Italian. And number 3, I'm not allowed to use any Generation Alpha slang. Well, Mitchell, I just want to say thank you for helping me write my outline for today's remarks. To the family members who have traveled across Europe or across the ocean to be here, benvenuti and welcome. We are so glad you made the journey. Whether you flew, drove, or somehow convinced your GPS that Vicenza was on the way to Rome, we're grateful you're here. And don't worry, there will be plenty of time for some wine tasting after we hand out a few diplomas. To our incredible DoDEA faculty and staff, thank you. Your education, your dedication, your patience, and maybe even your coffee intake are what brought us to this day. The students may not have always shown it, especially before 8 a.m., but your impact has been lasting, meaningful, and truly appreciated. Now, as a dad, it's my sworn duty to throw in at least one dad joke. Are you ready? Okay. So why did the student bring a ladder to graduation? To get to college. I'll be here all week, I promise. I appreciate the forced applause. That's okay. That's okay. All right. Let's talk about these amazing graduates. Growing up in a military-connected environment isn't always easy. They've had to say goodbye to friends, adapt to new surroundings, and learn resiliency from an early age. Some of them have lived in more places before 18 than most people have done in their entire lifetime, and still, somehow managed to survive high school math. That's real strength. Allora. There's a beautiful Italian proverb that says, "Chi va piano va sano e va lontano." He who goes slowly goes safely and goes far. Graduates, let that remind you that success isn't always about speed. It's about intention. It's about moving forward with purpose, with care, and with character. Don't rush the journey ahead. Take it in, learn from it, grow with it. Now to bring it home. Class of 2025. You all certified goats. There's more. You stayed locked in through the chaos, didn't let the cringe get to you, and now you're out of here. Full send into the future. You'll be legendary. Now, I know I'm a little too old to say stuff like, no cap, without getting side-eyed, but hey, I'm doing my best to stay in the group chat. So go out there. Keep being main characters, and remember, you've already got the riz to handle whatever comes next. Congratulations, class of 2025. Grazie mille.
Dear graduates, esteemed parents, beloved family members, respected faculty, Colonel Horgan, and distinguished guests, it is with great honor and joy that I welcome you to Vicenza High School's 68th annual commencement exercise. This graduation ceremony not only symbolizes the hard work and determination we put into our high school years, but also many new beginnings. As the class of 2025 prepares to leave, we look back fondly upon powder puff football games at homecoming, sports trips and auto grill dinners, senior skip day, if we had one, school dances, pep rallies, and our senior sunrise. We look forward to embracing a future enriched with insightful undertakings, obstacles to overcome, horizons to explore, and people to enjoy. The VHS class of 2025 represents the best and brightest DoDEA has to offer, and we are proud to be the second class to graduate from our new Vicenza High School in Villaggio della Pace. On behalf of the graduating class, it is an honor to have lived these years in Italy. It has allowed us to gain experiences that others of our generation will never be able to have. Although we are closing this chapter in our lives, we will not stop here. We will look fondly upon this day as the beginning of our future.
Cari genitori, famiglie e tutti i parenti, egregi docenti e gentili ospiti, Colonnello Origin e famiglia, Italian Base Commander, Colonnello Mitchell, Amendolagine e famiglia, Vicario della Questiera di Vicenza, Dottor Giuseppe Anicchiarico e famiglia, Dirigente della Digos di Vicenza, Dottoressa Rita Pitarello, Consigliere del Comune di Vicenza, Dottor Giacomo Bez, Signor Rudy e Signora, Presidente della Scuola Signor Villarreal e tutti gli invitati qui presenti. Sono onorato di dare a tutti voi il benvenuto alla cerimonia odierna della consegna dei diplomi. Vengono così conclusi e celebrati 4 anni di assiduo e proficuo impegno negli studi secondari. Questo giorno, il 7 giugno 2025, rimarrà sempre significato per noi, in quanto oggi si sta per aprire un nuovo capitolo nella nostra vita. Concludiamo questa esperienza della scuola superiore solo per andare avanti, in quanto abbiamo davanti a noi molti sogni di realizzazione e molti obiettivi di raggiungere. Tutta la classe del 2025 qui presente si sente privilegiata di aver vissuto questi anni così importanti qui nella città di Vicenza in Italia. È stata un'esperienza unica che tanti nostri coetanei non possono permettersi di avere. Qui in Italia ci viene fatto il dono di un ricordo memoriale che ci accompagnerà per tutta la nostra vita.
The typical Dodea student, or as they are more commonly known as military brats, spends an average of 2 to 3 years at a school. Consequently, many of our Dodea students are not always fortunate enough to complete their entire high school career in one place. Military brats have endured a unique experience that has required them to sacrifice a life of continuity. However, these opportunities have led to the greatest characteristic that modern adults can possess, the ability to adapt. Life is hardly a straight arrow, and requires the influx of wind, distance, and unforeseen life changes. I hope the graduates of 2025 never forget where they come from. The year-long deployments with nightly calls on Skype, the creation of lifelong friends despite living across the country, or experiencing new adventures wherever you are stationed. This year, we would like to recognize and salute the majority of military children who selflessly served by crisscrossing the globe with their military parents from kindergarten to 12th grade. At this time, we would like to recognize those students by the number of their moves. Seniors, as your number is called, please be seated. Those who have never moved, please sit down. Those who have moved once, please sit down. Those who have moved twice, please sit down. Those who have moved 3 times, please sit down. Those who have moved 4 times, please sit down. Those who have moved 5 times, please sit down. Those who moved 6 times, please sit down. Those who moved 7 times, please sit down. Those who moved 8 times, please sit down. Those who moved 9 times. Those who moved 10 times. 11 times. And now, our senior with the most moves is Brendan Dingle, who has moved 12 times. Let us give all other Dodea students a round of applause for these individuals who have continuously served beyond the call of duty. And now let's please welcome our assistant principal, Dr. Brody, to the stage.
In every class, there are two individuals who academically excel above all the rest. These two students are referred to as the salutatorian and the valedictorian. This year's salutatorian, with a grade point average of 4.305, is Penelope Gaspard. She is the daughter of Colonel Joshua Gaspard and Andrea Gaspard. Penelope, the stage. Okay.
Good evening, everyone. To graduate from a Dodea school is a special experience. Many of the class of 2025 didn't start their journey at Vicenza High School, but fortune would bring us from around the world to graduate together. As a military brat, I've been enrolled in 3 high schools, one in Hawaii, one in California, and one in Italy. As I speak right now, one of my best friends is in Hawaii, 7,800 miles and 12 time zones away. Another one is in California and graduated yesterday night or early this morning for us. Hopefully, both are able to see the live stream. And of course, one of my best friends is sitting amongst Vicenza's class of 2025, waiting for me to finish up my speech so she can graduate. Moving across the world has not been easy. I've had counselors who'd underestimate my abilities to succeed academically. I've given up on sports I love because my new school didn't have them, and I've even lost opportunities because I was never in one high school for more than 2 years. While these are my examples, I know that many in the crowd have had similar experiences. Again, that's why graduating from a Dodea school is special. And like many things in our lives, with constant support from our friends and family, we've made it to graduation. And finally, as I reflect on my high school years, I'd like to read a poem I've written. I've been waiting for this day for 4 years, 1,391 days, 33,384 hours. Every time someone asks me, "Are you excited to graduate?" I say yes, without any hesitation. So why am I crying? For the past 4 years, I've made friends, got straight A's, made friends again, tried out new sports and clubs, and made friends again. I'm tired of late nights, studying, completing projects, and assignments that feel like busy work. So why am I crying? Maybe it's because I'll miss it. I'll miss hanging out with my little brother when he's so excited to do random things with me. I'll miss taking photos with my sister, even though neither of us know how to pose. I'll miss talking to my twin brother for hours about nothing, anything, and everything. I'll miss my dad's hype music that he plays just for me as we drive to sports games that terrify me. I'll miss the late night talks with my mom in the car as she gives me the world. I'll miss my friends, the ones who were there for me without question, when I was both at my highest and lowest. I'm sure I'll find a lot of these things in college, and I'm grateful to have something to miss in the first place. I just think I'm graduating and realizing I'm crying for the last time as a child. Thank you for your time. Go Cougars!
This year's valedictorian, with a grade point average of 4.392, is Jackson Brock. Jackson is the son of Stephen Brock and Amy Brock. We would also like to have Miss Tori Brock approach the stage to help present this medal. She was the 2016 VHS valedictorian, medal recipient back then, just like her brother is today.
Mr. Villarreal, Dr. Brody, Mr. Rudy, teachers, honored guests, friends and family, and most importantly, my fellow graduates, good evening. It is a privilege to be recognized tonight and to represent the Vicenza High School class of 2025. Today marks the end of one chapter and the beginning of another. It is a moment that many of us have been waiting for through both anxiety and excitement. This class, composed of 80 students, is a diverse group of athletes, academics, artists, and innovators. Like some of you, I have had the privilege of attending Vicenza High School for all 4 years of my high school career. 4 years that have miraculously flown by. For the rest of you, you have been welcomed into our community for parts of your high school career. However, we will all now share the title of Vicenza High School graduate as we all leave here today. It is an honor to congratulate each and every one of you on your accomplishment that you have achieved today. As the class of 2025, we have overcome significant hurdles. We adapted to online school for what, for some, was years following the initial COVID-19 pandemic. We have been met with the profound impact of rapidly developing AI software on our daily lives and learning processes, all while preparing to enter a dynamic and evolving job market. And of course, who could forget Cohut's endless emails? As I stand before you during this time of both celebration and anticipation, I encourage you all to reflect upon and remember every step of the way that has brought you here. This journey, every obstacle overcome, every success celebrated, every lesson learned, has been shaped not only by our own efforts, but also by the incredible privileges we have and the support of those around us. So before we fully embrace the future, let us take a moment to look back and extend our deepest gratitude to everyone who helped us arrive at this monumentous day. Our parents, our friends, our families, our teachers, and every individual who offered guidance, encouragement, or a helping hand. Without their belief in us, their sacrifices, and their unwavering support, we simply wouldn't be standing here today. And as we turn our gaze towards what lies ahead, we should remember that we carry with us not just the memories of our past, but also the lessons we have learned along the way. While graduation is often seen as a moment to look forward, to embrace becoming adults and forging new paths, it is also inevitably a milestone that tugs at our past. It is a time when we find ourselves flipping through mental scrapbooks of our past, seeing vivid snapshots of when we played outside, blowing out candles on birthdays, running through sprinklers, riding your first bike, and making your first friend. Images of the fresh box of crayons on the first day of school, the well-loved toys, the old childhood pictures that suddenly make you wonder how time flew by so quickly to get us to this day. I remember lying awake one night a few months back, the weight of senior year weighing heavy on my mind, lost in memories of being a kid, playing like a film reel in my mind endlessly, all while thinking about how quickly adulthood has come. Many of my fellow graduates may be familiar with the recent social media trend asking viewers, remember when graduation felt like it was years away, maybe even a lifetime? Well, it's here now. It is a bittersweet feeling, is it not? That beautiful feeling of nostalgia, knowing those specific moments are in the past, but still alive in your memory, while a new chapter of life, adulthood, awaits. For us graduates, it is about that bittersweet feeling of leaving childhood behind, our friend groups evolving as we go our separate ways on our own journeys into adulthood. And for our families and friends in attendance tonight, we know you feel it too. The pride in our accomplishment, but also that bittersweet emotion of looking into this sea of graduates, finding your graduate, and still being able to see their face when they were just a child. But here's something to hold on to, a truth we have always known but perhaps need reminding of. Wherever you go, there you are. That younger self, that child filled with wonder and excitement, is still within us. And as we step into our new identities as adults, taking on new responsibilities and facing unknown challenges, It is worth asking, what kind of adult would our younger selves be proud of? Think about your younger self, maybe the version of you who was just starting kindergarten, clutching a backpack that was way too big, or the middle schooler who was trying to figure out who they were, or even the freshman who walked into high school for the first time, unsure of what to expect. What would they think of you now? Would they be proud of how you have grown, not just in achievements, but in kindness, in courage, in resilience? Would they see someone who stood up for others, who kept going when things got hard, who dared to dream big? Because that is what this moment is really about. Not just the grades, or the awards, or the college acceptances. Whether you are or are not going into the same field your younger self pictured you in, or attending the same school that you hoped you would a few months ago, or even one at all, it is about becoming the kind of person your younger self would look up to. The kind of person who makes them say, that is who I would want to be. As we step into the future, we are going to face challenges. We will make mistakes, and we will change. But if we keep that younger version of ourselves in mind, if we keep striving to be someone they would be proud of, we will never lose sight of what truly matters. Therefore, Vicenza High School Class of 2025, let us celebrate today. Let us honor the past, and let us walk boldly into the future, carrying with us the dreams of who we are and the promise of who we are becoming. So, Class of 2025, in the words of Taylor Swift, the future is bright, dazzling.
We will now have a musical performance from our VHS choir.
I close my eyes and I can see a world that's waiting up for me, that I call my own. Through the dark, through the door, through where no one's been before, but it feels like home.
They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say I've lost my mind. I don't care, so call me crazy. We can live in a world that we design.
For the world we're gonna make. There's a house we can build. Every room inside is filled with things from far away. Ooh.
gonna make.
However big, however small, let me be part of it all. Share your dreams with me. You may be right, you may be wrong, but say that you'll bring me along to the world you see, to the world I close my eyes to see. I close my eyes to see. Every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. Oh, a million dreams for the world we're gonna make. For the world we're gonna make.
Mr. Daniel Frigo was born in San Francisco from an English mother and Italian father from Vicenza. Daniel Frigo lived in both the United Kingdom and Italy for about 25 years. He graduated with a degree in political science and Italian literature at the University of California, Berkeley, and also holds a master's in business administration for marketing and financing from UCLA. Before joining Disney, Mr. Frigo was the general manager of international sales at Christian Dior. Previously as executive vice president and then the general manager of the Walt Disney Studios Motion Pictures Group for Europe, the Middle East, and Africa, Mr. Frigo was responsible for the distribution and marketing of all the feature films released by the Walt Disney Company in these regions, including films from Pixar, DreamWorks, Marvel, and those acquired by Disney. In 2009, he was named International Distributor of the Year at Cinema Expo, which is one of the main events in the industry for the Middle East and African market. He joined the Walt Disney Company in 1992 at the Walt Disney Studios corporate headquarters based in Burbank. For the first 3 years, where he helped build the studio's first international feature film distribution division. He then moved to London to coordinate the distribution and sales department of Walt Disney Studios Motion Pictures Group for the Mediterranean, Middle Eastern, and African market. In the year 2000, he also managed the launch of Walt Disney Studios Home Entertainment's emerging marketing groups. In 2005, he became the senior vice president and general manager of the Walt Disney Studios Motion Pictures Group in those same markets, and later took on the role of Walt Disney country sponsor for Germany, Austria, and Switzerland. In 2008, he became managing director of Walt Disney Studios Motion Pictures Group for the studio in the United Kingdom and Ireland. Mr. Daniel Frigo also became an executive vice president and CEO, senior executive, at a Fortune 5 company and also spent some time working with Steve Jobs. By the way, before all this occurred, Mr. Daniel Frigo was a student at Vicenza High School and graduated in 1981. He's a member of the VHS football team and was also captain of the soccer team. Go Cougars! Please help me welcome Mr. Daniel Frigo, our commencement speaker, to the stage.
know, it's a contractual obligation to have a choir or a musical ensemble before you introduce a Disney executive. I love that. I didn't know that was going to happen. That's fantastic. I'm going to move this. I cannot tell you very emotional. So, you know, Colonel Horgan, what a great speech. Principal Villarreal, it's great to see you, and I just have so much respect for our principal because we used to call it Vicenza American High School, of course, now it's VHS. Dr. Brody, Mr. Rudy, you know, and all the distinguished military personnel and all the distinguished faculty that's here today. You know, and all the families, you know, I've been here, all the families who've come from around the world to be a part of this event, you know. And most importantly, you know, to you guys, good evening to you guys, the graduating class of 2025. You know, it is so great to be here. You know, and I can't tell you how honored and how moved I am to be the commencement speaker. When my dear friend, when I say this, my dear friend Johnny Kohut, Coach Kohut, we've known each other since we were kids, when he asked me to do this speech, you know, my Disney brain took over, and I went immediately into Pixar mode, which all of you will know is the inside-out phenomenon. So my brain immediately became a Pixar moment. And joy popped up and said, absolutely, I want to do this. Absolutely. And then very quickly, right after that, fear kicked in, panic tripped the alarm, and anxiety screamed, what do I possibly have to say that might be valuable to this amazing group of students? But joy won out, because deep down, I knew I wanted to do this. I had to do this. Because Vicenza American High School didn't just educate me, it shaped me. It changed my life forever. And as you can imagine, and I've given speeches before, 33 years at Disney, you know, you have quite a few opportunities to speak. But I have to tell you, in all honesty, it has never been this personal to me. I'm always talking about business, which I love to talk about. It didn't really dawn on me until now how truly important this moment was, especially being a speaker and having to say something of value. No pressure. So let's start right here. You did it. You're in your cap and your gown. You guys are looking great. You know, you graduated. Congratulations. You know, as someone, I'm going to get my stride now, as someone who graduated from this very school back in 1981, 44 years ago, you know, I've been exactly where you are sitting right now, except we did it in the Teatro Olimpico down the road. Metaphorically speaking, I was sitting. But I remember it well. It was a great moment. It was a great memory. It was a true bonding experience with all of my closest friends. Some of us were going on to college, some were going into the military, some were going to work, and some were just taking some time off. But that night was truly a special night for all of us together. Believe it or not, many of us ended up on the beach at Jesolo that next morning. Now, let me be clear, I neither condone nor promote this behavior. But I have to tell you, we were living in the moment. I wasn't nervous or afraid as to whether I was ready for the next chapter in my life. I was just super happy to be with my best friends. Yet on the other hand, I have absolutely no doubt my parents were very curious as to what was next in store for my chapter. You guys are ready for the next chapter, I promise you. You know, what I hope to achieve with our little chat this evening is that I might just give you a little bit of advice. 1, how to enjoy the journey. 2, to help you focus on what is really important. And 3, how to stay 2 steps ahead of the game. Now, it's confession time for me. I was not the smartest kid in class at BHS. I was a B student at best. I wasn't on the fast track. I wasn't in any honors classes. I promise you, I wasn't anyone's pick for future commencement speaker. Believe me. But what I did have, and what I still have, and what I know all of you have, is grit. The determination to keep going, the consistency to keep showing up, and the ability to make good choices, even when they're hard. And that's what I want to talk to you about tonight. Because here's the truth. No one puts on a bumper sticker. Life doesn't hand out trophies just because you showed up. You're not owed success, but you are 100% entitled to chase it and to earn it. And that's something incredibly empowering. Because it means your future is not about luck or being in the right place at the right time. In 33 years at Disney, I've met many actors and filmmakers who I have tremendous respect for. I recently just had the good fortune to spend some time with Timothy Chalamet and Florence Pugh, who I admire immensely for their hard work and commitment. They have both known rejection and failure, but they never gave up. Ask yourself the question, what is luck? In my experience, luck is when preparation and timing come together. You've got to be prepared if you want to be lucky. You make your own luck. So be prepared, and when that moment presents itself, bingo. So just keep showing up and just keep trying, and don't let failure define you. Let's talk a minute about failure. Because if you're going to build a great life and a great career that is fun, challenging, and rewarding, you're going to need to get comfortable with failure. This is so true at Disney. Fear of failure destroys creativity. I know when my team is not failing, they are not pushing the envelope and they're not trying new things. What you want to avoid is making the same mistake twice. Did you know that Walt Disney, in the beginning of his career, got fired from a newspaper job for lacking imagination? Walt once said, "All the adversity I've had in my life, all my troubles and obstacles have strengthened me." You may not realize it when it happens, but failure may be the best thing in the world for you. Graduates, there will be disappointments. You will lose, people will let you down, you will make mistakes, some big ones, and you'll question your path and you'll question yourself. And yet, I promise you, you will keep going and you will succeed. Because resilience isn't born from comfort, it's forged in the hard stuff. Every time I fell short or got rejected, I learned. I got tougher, I got smarter, and I got hungrier. So don't be afraid to fail. Just fail forward. Tom Hanks once said to me when we were struggling with a campaign, and I was kind of freaking out, totally worried about my job. He said, "Daniel, this too shall pass. This too shall pass." It took me a long time to understand exactly what Tom meant. But now I not only understand it, I give it as advice. You're going to fail, but you're going to pick yourself up and you're going to keep going, and you will be stronger because of it. Let's shift to something that matters even more than fame or success, and that is character. Let's be honest. The world today can feel a little overwhelming. You guys have arrived at a threshold, not just of adulthood, not just of your next chapter, but of history. In this world full of algorithms and artificial intelligence, your character is one thing that you will always be yours. It is who you are when no one's looking. It's telling the truth when lying is easier. It's standing up for someone when staying silent would be more comfortable. And it is understanding that being kind isn't weakness, it's strength. Your GPA will not matter in 10 years, but your character, that's your forever brand. And it only takes a moment to damage that brand. If I've learned one thing from my boss, Bob Iger, It is family, long-term friendships, and success are all built on honesty, trust, respect, and decency. I'll give you a personal example. When I walked, not these halls, you guys are lucky, we were back in the other place. When I walked these halls in 1980 and 81, probably wearing clothes I would now regret. They're actually probably fashionable today. I didn't know much about what life had in store. But I had teachers and mentors and classmates who showed me what integrity looked like. They didn't give me the easy answers. They gave me standards. They challenged me to do the hard thing, not the convenient one. That foundation carried me throughout failures and successes, through setbacks and second chances. And I promise you, there will be all of those in your life too. But if you hold on to your character and your integrity, if you stay ethical in your choices, you'll be the kind of person others trust. And in a world full of noise, trust is rare and priceless. Your generation has the tools we never dreamt of. You guys have knowledge at your fingertips, voices from every corner of the globe, platforms to make a change. So please use them wisely. Seek the truth and speak the truth. Use your voice, use your vote, use your story to make this a better place. People have fought for that freedom, especially in this community. You have more power than you know. I did not do this alone, and neither will you. There were professors at VHS, Berkeley, UCLA, and bosses and mentors at Disney who truly shaped me along the way. These people saw something in me I didn't even see in myself. They gave me structure, opportunity, feedback, guidance, vision for the future, and yes, plenty of honesty and really tough love, which I needed. If it had not been for my biology teacher and soccer coach here at BHS, I would have had a completely different journey. But what I am sure of is that my success is in part thanks to Mr. Ritchie's optimistic and amazing commitment to myself and all of his students and all of his teammates. You know, this is particularly important to me as I was the first Frigo to go to college. If it had not been for Mr. Ritchie and BHS, I would have never gone to Berkeley. This lesson in life while here at BHS has taught me to always try to pay it forward, always try to help others. Many of you, to every teacher here today, you don't just teach us. You shape our minds, our hearts, and our lives. Many of you are the backbone of our journey, and I am forever grateful. And I am sure many of these students sitting here today feel as I do. I know that all of my close friends and classmates from the 1980s would say exactly the same thing as I'm saying right now. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. To the graduates, if one of your teachers helped you and believed you could do more, thank them tonight. You will carry their voice forever. You're going to have professors, bosses, mentors, and colleagues who support you and help you deliver the best of yourselves. However, more than likely, you're going to find yourself in a class with a professor or working for a boss that may not be your cup of tea, to put it lightly. My mother was British. My advice, focus on learning. Because what is important is building skill sets and knowledge that are the stepping stones for your growth and future. Remember Tom Hanks, this too shall pass when it's tough. I had a teacher here at VHS I really struggled with. I really had a hard time going to his class. But in the end of the course, I realized he had made me a much better student and human being. Thanks to my mother, who was a teacher, she helped me put aside my emotion and my prejudice and instead helped me to focus on learning and not the negative, petty aspects that irritated me. Looking back, I can honestly say Professor Hakim was one of the best educators I ever had in my life. You can work for the greatest company in the world, but if you work for a bad manager, it can seem like a prison. From a career point of view, I have also had a couple of bosses who were incredibly challenging, with which I did not initially bond with at all. I wanted to quit, but I stuck it out, and what I realized was they taught me more than many other bosses or mentors. Again, this too shall pass. With age and time comes wisdom. Looking back on these experiences, I have learned how to be a much more empathetic leader. The foundation and the focus of which is based on humility and treating those around you as you would expect to be treated. People will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but they will never forget how you made them feel. This is empathy. That is leadership. Remember that empathy isn't a soft skill. It's a leadership superpower. Listening is deeply understanding others, and leading with heart, that's what creates real impact. Focus on learning. Don't throw in the towel just because you don't like your professor, boss, or colleague. Focus on building knowledge and growing. I promise you, it will pay off in the long run, and it did for me, and I have no doubt it will for you. What I've learned at Disney over these 3 decades is when we work together, everyone achieves more. Our fundamental belief lies in our one company DNA, in our collaboration, in our integrated culture, and our tremendous respect for one another. Let me tell you something I've learned over the years. Life is not a solo mission. Even the most brilliant minds, the boldest dreamers, the fiercest go-getters, they all need a team. Now, I know group projects in high school might have given some of you trust issues, I'm sure. There was always that one person who disappeared until the night before it was due. But out in the real world, collaboration isn't about dividing the work evenly. It's about multiplying the impact. You'll discover that your success will often depend on how well you listen, how generously you share credit, and how deeply you care about the people around you. In my life, the most meaningful wins were not the ones I pulled off alone. They were the ones where I stood shoulder to shoulder with people I respected, people who challenged me, and yes, people who sometimes drove me crazy. And if you're lucky, you'll find teammates who lift you up on your worst day and laugh with you on your best day. Remember this. It is when you are in the trenches that you find out who is really a true partner and who is a great friend. At Disney, I know I am only as good as my people, and this is the Disney difference. So as you walk out of here today and into the future, remember, no one builds a meaningful life alone. Surround yourself with people who make you better, and be the kind of teammate who does the same for others. I graduated from Vicenza in 1981. Back then, our phones had cords and our music came on cassette tapes, for those of you who remember. Vicenza is a unique place to grow up. You're not just classmates, and I've just seen this. You are part of a community that moves together, serves together, and lives a little bit like a traveling circus. You're tight-knit, you're always adapting, and you're full of incredible stories. And in that environment, something amazing happens. You don't just make friends, you make family. Some of the friends I made here in the early 80s are my best friends today. And I know they're all going to watch this, so, Richard Collins, Shar Collins, Jim Cavoli, and General Chris Cavoli, who I know very well. Debbie Katz, Linda Katz, Johnny Kohut. These are people I've known for 46 years, and I still talk to them constantly. We've stayed connected through decades of distance, time zones, marriages, divorces, kids, careers, chaos, you name it. Some of them I don't talk to every week or even every year, but when we reconnect, it's like no time has passed because they knew me before I became who I thought I was supposed to be. They knew the real me. And you have people like that right now sitting next to you. Look around. These are the people who were there during late-night cram sessions, school trips, football games, awkward dances, inside jokes that no one else will ever understand. These are your people. But here's the deal. Life is about to get loud and fast. You're going to move, grow, change, and probably have some years where you're just trying to keep your head above water. It's easy to let connections fade. It happens quietly. One unreturned message, one birthday you forgot, one, hey, we should catch up sometime, that never turns into a call. Don't let that happen. Because in the end, the job titles, the degrees, the accomplishments will come and go, but the people. Someday, 10, 20, 44 years from now, when you gather again, maybe right here in Vicenza, you'll find the best parts of you are still reflected in each other. Today is a moment of celebration, pride, and yes, a little bit of sadness. You're closing a chapter that, whether you realize it or not, has been defined by something deeper than just academics or after-school activities. It's been defined by the people beside you. All right, today is your day. The day you've been working towards for years. I heard that, hours, minutes, seconds. It's a celebration of everything you've accomplished, the friendships you've built, and the future that lies wide open in front of you. But before you take that next step, I want to pause and I want to shine a light on something you may not always see clearly. Because here's the truth. The love of your parents and your family, they've loved you in ways you will only begin to understand when you grow older. They loved you even when you were hard to love, even when you pushed them away, even, I remember these moments, even when they didn't have all the answers, they showed up anyway. So before this night is over, find them, look them in the eye, hug them like you mean it, and say, thank you. My parents are gone. Because you know, this isn't just your milestone. It's theirs too. I'm closing. Don't forget these things. In every business meeting, there's always a recap at the end, so you'll get used to this. Number one, with grit, you can do anything. All of you. Never give up, and never give up on your dreams. Number two, don't be afraid to fail. When you fail, you are learning and growing. Fail forward. This too shall pass. Hard moments will pass. Number three, your character is your forever brand. Be ethical. It takes a long time to build a great brand, but you can damage it in an instant. Make good choices. Number four, you will not do this alone. Find great mentors and role models. They will help you navigate this journey. They will help you become remarkable, empathetic leaders. Don't forget to pay it forward. Number five, your real friends know who the real you is. Keep that bond. Nurture it. It only gets better and stronger with time. Number six, the most important, your parents and family. This isn't just your milestone. No one loves you more than your parents. No one could be proud of your amazing accomplishments. Say thank you. So, from the class of 1981 to the class of 2025, we are proud of you. We believe in you. And we cannot wait to see what you create, what you lead, what you build, what you heal, what you teach, what you protect, and what you inspire. Seek the truth and speak the truth. Now go make some magic. Congratulations.
Parents, friends, honored guests, on behalf of the faculty and staff of Vicenza High School, it is my distinct privilege to present to you the class of 2025. Now, for the awarding of the diplomas, would Mr. Villarreal, Dr. Brody, Mr. Rudy and Colonel Horrigan please come to the stage for the presentation of the diplomas?
Aiden Abston. Aiden would like to thank his bandmates, Jay, Harris, and Ben, as well as his parents, for raising him all these years. He also wants to thank his teachers, specifically Mr. Jessup and Miss Julian, for helping him succeed and graduate. Aiden plans to take a gap year and to work and pursue his interest in music. Peter Adelaide. Peter would like to thank God, his parents, brothers, friends, and track coaches for helping him get through his high school all these years. Peter will attend St. Mary's University in the fall and will major in finance and accounting.
Emma Alawaj. Emma would like to thank her parents for always being there for her and providing her all that she has been able to do and see around the world. She would also like to thank Mrs. Gunn and Mrs. Kopp for being the constant in her life she would rely on while here at home in Italy. Their introduction to theater life, which has been a vital part of her today, is so important. Emma will be attending the University of Nebraska-Lincoln and majoring in psychology. Zachary Alderson. Zach would like to thank everyone for coming here this evening to support the graduating class of 2025. He is grateful to everyone who has supported him throughout his high school journey. He could not have done this without his family. Thank you, Mom, Dad, and my outstanding sister, Ava. Love you all. Zach, he will be attending the University of Tampa in Florida and majoring in human performance with a minor in business.
James Allen. James would like to thank his mom for always being there for him, Danny for being a father to him, and his brother Chris for being a role model his entire life. He is someone James will always look up to. James will be moving back to the United States to attend and pursue a degree in nursing. Nicholas Andrews. Nicholas would like to thank his family for always being there for him and pushing him to the very end. He would also like to thank Mr. Kohut for all the food he has given him to keep him going throughout this school day. Nicholas would be taking a gap year to work and study psychology.
Jaden Baker. Jaden would like to thank his family, his group of friends, and the use of his headphones for helping him make it through school. Jaden will be taking a gap year to work and build a savings account and take a break from school to enjoy life. Ayana Bellevue Hartness. Ayana would like to thank God, her parents, her sister, grandparents, Aunt Nikki, for listening to all the boy drama, her best friend Sydney, and Mr. Stacy for always believing in her even when she was ready to quit. She didn't believe in herself, but he did. Ayana will be attending Olivet Nazarene University to major in social work.
Alex Bajorge. Alex would like to thank his parents, coaches for helping him. Teachers are giving him free snacks during the school day. and everyone who has helped him on his way throughout his high school venture. Alex is looking forward to finding a good-paying job and going back home.
Ivan Brasha Plasencia. Ivan would like to thank Miss Dillon for writing his letter of recommendation for college. He is also grateful to everyone who has guided him this far. But he would also like to thank himself. He will be attending University of Maine and majoring in history. Kevin Branch. Kevin Branch wants to sincerely thank his parents and family, both here and in Italy and back in Texas, for supporting him throughout his school journey. He states, "Your guidance has helped me stay strong and focused. No matter where we were, your support always felt close." Kevin will be attending Western Governor University and majoring in computer science.
Simone Brewington. Simone thanks her family, her goats, Miss Janes, Miss Rodriguez, Mr. Riley, and as an honorable mention to Mr. Jessup for letting her use the microwave during seminar. She also thanks Avatar, The Last Airbender, and music. Simone plans to get a job and save her money and eventually go to a trade school. Christian Briggs. Christian would like to thank his older sister for being such an inspiration in his life, his parents for always providing for him and supporting him throughout his school life. He would also like to thank all the friends he has made and have drifted away from over the years. He is hopeful that the happy memories made will never fade with time. Christian plans to take a gap year before pursuing his interest in life.
Jackson Brock. Jackson thanks his parents, first and foremost, for always supporting him in every endeavor, whether it be in school or sports. The Guns for always being such compassionate and caring teachers. The Sansones for being amazing teachers who always knew how to make learning fun, especially Miss Sansone, by far the best coach a runner could ask for. Miss Owens for her never-ending support, and Miss Hoff, who inspired him to pursue becoming an art teacher. Jackson is looking forward to attending Pratt Institute in New York City and majoring in art and design education. Sophia Boltman. Sophia would like to thank her family, friends, and close ones for supporting her throughout her academics and life. She has gotten much farther in life with them than she ever could have alone and truly appreciates every one of them. Sophia will be attending the University of Maryland and will major in kinesiology.
Whitney Cates. Whitney would like to thank her parents for being so flexible and helpful even during difficult times. She thanks her English teacher for encouragement given to her interest in writing. She was always so enthusiastic about my work. She would also like to thank her best friend Rita Wicks and Soraya Travis for listening to her breakdowns on countless FaceTime calls. Their dedication is unmatchable, and Whitney knows she can rely on them. Lastly, she's happy to have had Spotify in her life for feeding her music 24/7, which has helped her make it to walk it across the stage. Whitney will be taking a gap year and will be studying at Augustine Officer School of Culinary Arts. Michael Chichester. Michael would like to thank his family, friends, and teachers. Michael will be taking a gap year and then attending the University of San Francisco, California, with a double major in social justice and performing arts.
Sophia Cook. Sophia would like to thank her parents for being her greatest support system, her sister for being her built-in best friend, and all of her friends for always being there no matter what. Sophia will be attending Coastal Carolina University and will be majoring in business management. Tatiana Deleuze. Tatiana would like to thank her parents, whose unwavering support and belief in her have been a constant source of strength, pushing her to strive for excellence and to go after her dreams with determination. Their sacrifices, guidance, and tireless efforts to ensure that she has every opportunity to reach her highest goals have shaped her in ways she could never fully express. Dad, your wisdom and love have been my anchor, and Mom, thank you for teaching me the true meaning of unconditional love. I'm forever grateful. Tatiana will be attending American University of Rome and will major in international studies.
Michael Darland. Michael would like to thank his parents and his sister for everything they have done for him. They have been there through ups and downs and stuck with him no matter what, and he's very thankful for them. Michael would also like to thank all his coaches through his 4 years as they have helped him to become who he is today. Michael will be attending Virginia Tech and majoring in accounting and finance. Brandon Dingle. Brandon would like to thank his parents for guiding him on the right path, as well as his coaches for helping him grow in all aspects of his life. He would also like to thank his friends for keeping him on the same track that his parents set out for him. Brandon will be attending Fayetteville State University, where he will be majoring in criminal justice.
Andrew Dirks. Andrew would like to thank his parents for always trusting and believing that he could always reach something greater than what he believed he could do. He also would like to thank his friends, teachers, aunts, uncles, coaches, and everyone who has been an inspiration to him. Andrew will be attending the University of Iowa and will be majoring in radiological technologies. Isaac Doobie. Isaac would like to thank his mom for everything she has done for him, being there when he needed her most, patiently helping him with his struggles, and always striving to make him the best he can be. He thanks his dad for all the memories they shared, always open for long talks when there were rough days, picking him up when he was down, and teaching him how to fix things and be independent. He thanks his sister, aunts, uncles, cousins, and and overall family in the Americas for their caring support, and even separated by an ocean. Isaac will be attending the University of South Florida and majoring in biomedical sciences.
Lauren Elkema. Lauren would like to thank her parents for their endless support and love throughout this journey. Her sister for being absolutely wonderful, the best little sister she could ask for. Lauren accredits Chief Woods for her guidance and his guidance and mentorship, and says she wouldn't be where she is now without him. Special thanks to all her friends for the laughter, the late nights, and the constant motivation she has had. Lauren will be attending Seattle University to obtain a Bachelor of Science in Nursing with a 3-year ROTI scholarship. Carly Exum. Carly would like to thank her parents for always pushing her to be the best version of herself, even though they got on her nerves sometimes. She would also like to thank her little brother, Chaz, for being the best little brother she could have asked for, and for being her best friend for the past 14 years. Carly will be attending Michigan State University and will major in human biology.
Maya Fitch. Maya would like to thank her family for whom she would not be here without them. She would also like to thank her best friends, Avonlea and Nala, for standing by her with love, loyalty, and unwavering support. And lastly, she would like to thank Mr. Greg Desjardins for the constant guidance he always offered her. Maya will be attending the University of Tampa and will major in nursing. Joshua Gaspard. Joshua would like to thank his parents for pouring their heart and soul into raising him to be the best version that he could be. He wants to thank Gigi and Hudson for always brightening up his day and making the house louder, Penelope for always being supportive and a steady presence throughout his ever-changing life. He would also like to thank Miss Julian, the Guns, and others for their support. Joshua will be attending Colorado School of Mines and will major in nuclear engineering.
Penelope Gaspard. Penelope would like to thank her mom, dad, Gigi, Joshua Hudson, Miss Rodriguez, Miss Gunn, Miss Julians, Miss Owens, and everyone else who has supported her over the years, pushing her to be her best. Penelope will be attending Duke University and majoring in chemistry. Charlie Gilbertson. Charlie would like to thank his parents, friends, and siblings, each for playing different roles in his life, which inspired and influenced him to be where he is today. Charlie is planning attending an online college in order to further his education and experience in the field, and then join the Space Force or Air Force, working in cyber or intelligent career fields.
Enzo Graham. Enzo would like to thank his JROTC teachers for changing him and turning him into a better person. He would also like to thank Mr. Walks for being a father figure in school. These people truly had an influence on him during his school year, and he is very grateful. Special thanks to his family and friends that have always supported him. Enzo will be enlisting in the United States Army and will go into the infantry and to be airborne. Clarice Graham. Clarice would like to thank her parents supporting her and pushing her to become who she wanted to be. They taught her how to walk, talk, listen, and how to express herself. Clarice said she is more confident, strong, and a happier person because of them. Although it wasn't easy for them, to Clarice, they are the perfect parents. They are her support, they are her superheroes, her best friends, and her home. Clarice says, one day I will spoil you guys, not just with money, but with my heart. The more you get older, the more memories we shall make. I couldn't ask for any other parents. You guys are the best. I love you, Mom and Dad. Thank you for always believing in me. Clarice will take a gap year before joining the United States Air Force.
Jocelyn Grant. Jocelyn would like to thank her mother for being a constant presence throughout her life and for always making her laugh. She wants to thank all her friends for being there for her all the time. Jocelyn will be attending the University of California, Santa Cruz, and plans to pursue a career as a toxicologist. Alyssa Great Grabsky. Alyssa would like to thank her parents for constantly pursuing her to be better and for having faith in her when she didn't have it in herself. Alyssa would also like to thank Miss Rodriguez for all the snacks, for being a friend, and most importantly, a person to confide in. Alyssa thanks Chief for looking over her shoulder and listening to her crazy stories. And lastly, Miss Owens and Miss Thompson for helping her get across the stage, for believing in her, and for being her school moms. She couldn't have done it without them. Alyssa will be attending online college for 2 years and then transferring to technical program to be an ultrasound technician.
Sophia Gunderson. Sophia would like to thank her grandparents, Uncle Chris, and Aunt Barbara for always being by her side and supporting her through everything. Her brother for letting her have someone to look up to, even if he annoyed her at times. Amelia for being the best big sister, and her mom for being the best mother and father all in one. Sophia will be attending George Washington University in Washington, D.C., where she will double major in political science with a focus in public policy and in criminal justice and a minor in psychology. Matthew Hayes. Matthew would like to thank Mr. Sansone for being such a great teacher. His video production class, which included creating live events, helped Matthew practice and learn a passion that he didn't know he had. He would also like to thank Mrs. Gunn for starting the drama program and creating an environment where he found many friends today. Lastly, Matthew would like to thank his parents for everything that they have done to support him. Matthew will be attending Washington State University and will major in nursing.
Sam Hayes. Sam would like to thank his dad for always pushing him to be the best, even when they both knew he didn't want to work, and his mom for getting him everywhere for taking care of him and making sure he could attend all the sports and academic events he wanted throughout his high school life. Sam will be attending the Colorado School of Mines in Colorado and will be majoring in mechanical engineering with a minor in explosive engineering. Noah Hansen. Noah would like to thank his brother for being the person he could turn to and relate to when it came to problems he was having. He'd also like to thank his sister, who supported him in everything he did, and for putting up with his teasing. And lastly, Noah's father, for the most prominent parent figure for him, the person that helped and supported him with everything. Noah says, "Thank you, Dad, for sharing your passions, for taking me to many places around the world, exploring and experiencing new cultures that I had no idea existed or knew about." Noah is enlisting in the United States Army and will serve as a network communications specialist.
Jace Heron. Jace would like to thank his family, and especially his mother, for everything she's done and had to deal with. Jace also wants to thank J. Cole because he's the GOAT. Jace will be attending Olivet Nazarene University and major in zoology. Carolina Hill. Carolina would like to thank God, her parents, sister, and family for their endless love and for giving her a wonderful childhood. She would also like to thank her friends for all the memories and for staying by her side and supporting her through the hard times. Carolina will be attending Florida State University and will major in computer engineering.
Liliana Herco. Liliana would like to give all glory to her Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for the strength and grace that got her through every challenge. She would also like to thank her incredible parents, Christy and Andy, for their constant encouragement and sacrifice, as well as her grandparents and brothers for all they do for her. Liliana will be attending Cape Fear College in Wilmington, North Carolina, and will be majoring in medical sonography to become an ultrasound technicianist. Mitchell Horrigan. Mitchell Horrigan. Mitchell would like to thank his parents for their support throughout sports and academics. He would also like to thank all his friends that have been by his side. Mitchell will be attending Virginia Tech and will major in international relations.
Joshua Howell. Joshua would like to thank his parents, siblings, and friends for making these 4 years of high school memorable and for always pushing him to become a better version of himself. Joshua will be attending the Virginia Commonwealth University and will major in Homeland Security and emergency preparedness. Elle Hutchinson. Elle would like to thank her mother and Miss Julian for supporting her all year and making her senior year memorable. Elle will be attending Western Washington University and will major in kinesiology.
Jose Jimenez. Jose would like to thank his parents for their support, his brothers for always being close to him, his coaches, teachers, and friends. This school year has shaped him forever. Moving to Vicenza for his senior year, finding himself in a place he would never have imagined, and yet he has learned so much, tried so many things, and in the end feels that this school year has shaped him forever. Jose says, "There are many mistakes I've made. Not everything went perfectly, but it's all part of the learning process. Thank you, everyone." Jose will be enlisting in the United States Army and working as an air traffic controller. He will also continue his studies online with the University of Central Florida and majoring in cybersecurity. Cassandra Emma Jones. Cassandra would like to thank her parents for all their guidance and support, her sisters for standing beside her, and just being amazing. She would also like to thank all the friends she has met, both near and far. There have made every move feel like home and have become family. Emma will be attending Tuskegee University and will be majoring in engineering.
Sierra Jones. Sierra would like to thank her father for all his sacrifices, her mother for pushing her every day to be the best she can be, her sisters for always being there, and her overseas friends and family for being just a call away. Additionally, Sierra would like to thank Dr. Brody, Mr. V, Chief Woods, Mr. Paniagua, and Miss Rodriguez. Sierra will be attending Tuskegee University and majoring in aviation sciences. Andrew Jordan. Andrew would like to thank his parents for their unwavering support and love throughout his journey in school. Additionally, he would like to thank his good-looking twin brother for being his best friend and always supporting him no matter what the endeavor might be. Lastly, special thanks to the Guns for their mentorship and helping make him the person he is today. Andrew will be attending the CBS International School of Applied Sciences in Cologne, Germany, to study business psychology.
Joseph Jordan. Joseph would like to thank his parents for their unending support. He would also like to thank his teachers for their diligent job teaching him, and Mr. and Mrs. Gunn for their constant support. He also wants to thank his classmates for their camaraderie and companionship through high school. And last but not least, Joseph wants to thank his brother for always standing by his side through thick and thin. Joseph will attend Karl Remenus Medical School in Cologne, Germany to study in their physician assistance program. Joe Kelly. Joe would like to thank his mom for being there through the ups and downs of his life. He would also like to thank his stepdad for stepping into our lives and all his friends for sticking with him. Joe will be attending Olivet Nazarene and will major in kinesiology.
Aubrey Lola Leonard. Lola would like to thank her family for supporting her financially through the years of high school. She would also like to thank Liriel for her best friend since day one in Vicenza High School. Lola will be spending the first couple of months working and then apply for college the following semester in hopes of traveling abroad. Lola wants to become a concept artist for video games and movies. Dariadna Lopez Nieves. Dari would like to thank her parents for being by her side through the years playing soccer and as a student, her sister for being her honesty, and her best friend, Trishana, for being so supportive of her, especially during difficult transition to college. Dari will be attending the University of Puerto Rico in Bayamon, where she will be majoring in biology. Jonathan Maga. Jonathan would like to thank God, his family, his friends, and mentors for believing in him and leading him to become the person he is today and more. Jonathan will be attending Olivet Nazarene University and will major in computer science.
Ryan Martin. Ryan would like to thank Mr. and Mrs. Gunn for always being kind and considerate to each one of their students, and for encouraging them to be the best version of themselves. She would like to thank her friends and fellow thespians for their unrequisite support. And of course, she would like to thank her parents for being the most amazing, caring, and loving parents anyone could ask for. Ryan will be attending Cameron University for her freshman year and will then transfer to Oklahoma State University and will major in zoology. Rowan Minnick. Rowan would like to thank his parents for their never-ending support they've given him throughout his life. He also wants to thank all of his friends he has made here in Vicenza. Rowan will attend the University of Milan and will major in aerospace engineering.
James Montano. James would like to thank his mom for her never-ending support that had brought him to where he is, and his dad for building him brick by brick into the person he is today. James will be finishing his associate's degree with UMGC and then transferring to higher education. Kiara Mukai. Kiara would like to thank her family, friends, coaches, and teachers for all their support and encouragement. Kiara has enlisted in Hawaii Army National Guard as a 68 Alpha biomedical technician and plans to pursue biomedical engineering at the University of Hawaii at Manoa.
Tyler Murja. Tyler would like to thank her grandmother for always putting her first and being there for her, her mother and father for their support, and her uncle Dan for all his advice. Lastly, she would like to thank Ms. Gunn, Ms. Rodriguez, and Mr. Villarreal for always being there when she needed anything. Tyler will take a gap year to travel Europe and will then major in marine biology at Texas A&M in Corpus Christi. Ayana Murray. Ayana would like to thank her family for their endless support throughout each stage of her life, especially her mom and her brother Jaden for being there with her every step of the way. She would also like to thank her friends for all the memorable moments and fun they shared together, and she looks forward to seeing the people they will become in the future. Ayana will attend online college for a semester while working and then proceed to college in person in the spring. Rania Nafusi. Rania would like to thank her family for standing by her side throughout her entire academic career, especially her parents for pushing her to be a better person and for waking up at 3 a.m. to drop her off for track meets and wrestling tournaments. She is grateful to her sisters and friends for the endless and exciting memories created together. Rania is thrilled to start her new chapter of her life and would like to thank Miss Julian, Miss Rodriguez, Miss Gunn, and Mr. Paniagua. Rania will be attending the University of Georgia with a full tuition scholarship with a major in biology on the pre-med track in hopes to pursue a career in pediatrics.
Andrew Overstreet. Andrew would like to thank his friends, family, and his teachers, and specifically his mom, dad, Sydney, and Mrs. Gunn for their constant support. Andrew will be attending Pacific Lutheran University in Washington and will major in business.
Elizabeth Owens. Lizzie would like to thank her amazing family for always being there through all the ups and downs of her life, all her teachers that got her to this moment now, her amazing friends Lily and Lauren for being my ride or die. Lizzie would also like to thank her Aunt Jill for being her angel, her guardian angel, and being there with her always. She thanks her Aunt Steph for looking over her every step of the way this year. Lizzie will be attending Sonny Pratt College in New York, double majoring in elementary and special education, and is excited for all the scholarships she will use to pay for tuition.
Ava Parker. Ava would like to thank her 5 best friends, her mom for her encouraging advice and genuine talks in the car, her dad for his awesome dad jokes and support, her brother for being goofy and her role model, her sister Lauren for always being there for her, and her sister Liv for her hugs and always making her laugh. Ava would like to thank her mentors, friends for being the best. She'd also like to thank her Sour Patch Watermelons and Smurf Village Mobile for getting her through senior year. Ava will be attending Southern Utah University and will major in biology.
Tiffany Peters. Tiffany is deeply grateful to everyone who has shown her love, support, and made sacrifices along the way. Their presence has been her foundation through every challenge and triumph. She appreciates her mother, her best friend and greatest blessing, who despite being young and alone, fought fiercely for her. Tiffany wouldn't change a moment of the journey they've shared. Her father connected by blood, but not by heart. She is forever thankful for choosing to guide her and her siblings as his own. Tiffany will attend Franklin University in Switzerland to pursue a Bachelor of Science in Diagnostic Medical Sonography.
Andrew Reed. Andrew would like to thank his parents for constantly pushing him to achieve further heights and for teaching him determination. He thanks his coaches for inspiring him with a love for sports and competition. He would also like to specifically thank Mr. Gillette for passing him in his passion for the greatest sport in the world, tennis. Andrew will be attending University of New Hampshire and will major in international relations.
Justin Reneno Sosas. Justin would like to thank his girlfriend for always supporting him and his dreams throughout this year. He thanks his teachers and staff for always supporting him and helping him to get to this point. A special thanks to his parents for always being there for him throughout his life and all his school years. Lastly, thank you, Dr. Brody, for always pushing him to be a better and work harder. Justin will be moving back to the U.S. and joining the military to pursue a career as a medical material specialist in the United States Air Force.
Tanisha Roden. Tanisha would like to thank her parents and siblings for being there and supporting her throughout her education and career, her friends for always making her laugh. She hopes to meet them again someday. Tanisha will be attending the University of Maryland Global Campus and will major in education.
Jacob Rizzo. Jacob would like to thank his mom, dad, brother, and friends for helping him throughout all the years of high school and being there for him. Jacob will be attending Liberty University online and will major in child psychology.
Lila Rovida. Lila would like to thank her mother and father for being her greatest inspiration, her brother Emilio for always making her laugh, and her sister Haley for wearing down her parents before Lila got into high school. Lastly, Lila would like to thank her friends and teachers for making her high school years memorable. Lila will be attending the University of South Carolina and will major in psychology. Julia Rudy. Julia would like to thank her parents, family, friends, and teachers for their support with school and sports. She would also like to send her appreciation to Dr. Malone, Mrs. Owens, Mr. Oz, and Ms. Thomason for always helping her to be successful. Julia's soccer, baseball, and volleyball coaches all played important roles in her high school achievements. Julia will be attending Wake Tech Community College and will study health and fitness sciences.
Jeffrey Scruggs. Jeffrey would like to thank his mom and dad, his friends and family, and Coda as well, for all the love and support they have given him throughout the years. Jeffrey will be attending Rochester Institute of Technology, New York, and will major in history. Jordan Simmers. Jordan would like to thank his family for always being there and for being so supportive. He'd like to thank Ms. Gunn for being an amazing AP Lit teacher and Mr. Gunn for being an amazing AP Government teacher. Jordan also thanks his cats Helena, Miss Hyder, Mr. Ridgely, Miss Thomas, Miss Leon, Miss Cornett, Mr. Morris, Miss Rivera, Mr. Gillette, Miss Thomas, Miss Alejo, Dr. Brody, and Mr. V for their continued support. Jordan will be attending the University of Virginia in Charlottesville and will major in linguistics. Nadim Suda. Nadim would like to thank his parents and family for their continued support and influence on his life. Nadim will be attending Arizona State University and will major in supply chain management.
Avonlea Sparling. Avonlea would like to thank Avonlea would like to thank first and foremost her family for their endless support. She couldn't have gotten where she is today without them. And secondly, she would like to thank her best friends, Maya and Nala, for making high school the best experience it could be. I love you guys. Avonlea will be attending Clemson University and pursuing a degree in public relations with a minor in media broadcasting. Paul Sturdivant. Paul would like to thank God, his parents, and his coaches and teachers that have guided and inspired him along his way, as well as his best friends, Elias, Andrew, Maya, Avonlea, and Paul finally will be attending the University of Hawaii in Manoa and will be majoring in nursing.
Elias Tajuddin. Elias would like to thank Chief Woods, Miss Gunn, Coach Stacy, Coach Alfredo, Coach Leo, and Coach Perry for their constant support and motivation in making him the best he could be. Most importantly, he'd like to thank his mom, his dad, his sister, and finally his biggest role model, his brother, Saeed. Elias will be attending the University of Hawaii at Manoa and is majoring in human physiology with his on-campus ROTC scholarship. Ken Tapong. Ken would like to thank Mr. Kohut, the soccer team, and the wrestling team for making his senior year memorable and inspiring. He also thanks all the friends he has made here in Vicenza. Ken will be attending the University of Texas at San Antonio and will be majoring in cybersecurity.
Tegan Talata. Tegan would like to thank his mom for all the places they were able to live in and for giving him so many wonderful experiences and opportunities. He would also like to thank Justin for being his best friend and for giving him the support he needed. Tegan will be attending Western Washington University, where he will earn his pilot's license and when he goes back to the States. Ashlyn Torgensen. Ashlyn would like to thank her family for supporting her and always showing their love. She would also like to thank all of her supportive teachers, counselors, and many others who have helped her learn, grow, and become who she is today. Ashlyn will be attending Brigham Young University in Provo, Utah campus, and will major in mathematics education.
Soraya Travis. Soraya wishes to express her gratitude to her mother and father for always supporting her and for doing their best to ensure she had a joyous childhood. She would like to give an extra thanks to her mother for being an outstanding figure and inspiring her to be the best she can be. Soraya will be attending Baylor University, where she will be majoring in biology. Faith Zavalza. Faith wants to thank her best friend, Gray, for sticking by her all these years and encourage her to be the best version of herself. Faith will attend Emory-Riddle Aeronautical University at Daytona, where she will major in electrical engineering and computer science.
At this time, I would like to invite Emma Alawaj, the VHS Vice President for the 2025 senior class, to the stage to address her senior class.
Good evening, everyone, faculty, family, friends, and of course, the VHS class of 2025. I am honored to speak to you today as your senior class vice president. I came to VHS sophomore year not knowing what to expect. What I found was a community that welcomed me with open arms. Now, we sit here at our graduations in our cap and gowns, feeling like this is an end to an experience, when this is just the beginning of the rest of our lives. One of my favorite artists, Billy Joel, once sang, "Slow down, you crazy child. You're so ambitious for a juvenile." And I think that speaks to all of us right now. We spent these years rushing towards graduation, towards college, jobs, independence, the future, and here it is. But Billy Joel reminds us of something we don't always hear. You don't always have to have it all figured out right now. Life isn't a checklist, it's a journey. Some of us may be ready to take on the world, and others are still figuring out, and both are okay. We don't have to race to become something. We already are something, someone. Someone who has made it through one of the most defining chapters of life so far. Someone who has already made an impact. Over the past 4 years, we've experienced challenges none of us could have predicted, like COVID, and yet we adapted. We stayed up too late studying, we celebrated each other's wins, we leaned on one another, and through all of that, we became a community. Seniors, as we walked across the stage today, don't leave those memories behind. Take them with you, with us. The laughter, the late night talks, the tears, the inside jokes, the teachers who saw potential in us before we even saw it in ourselves. Those memories are forever. They are priceless. They are the foundation of who we are becoming. And take your time. Don't rush into the future out of fear. Let yourself grow up and make mistakes. That is what makes us human. Remember, as Billy Joel sings, Vienna waits for you. Your moment will come. Trust it. Class of 2025, we are not closing the book. We are just turning the page. What comes next is ours to write. I wish you all the best of luck moving forward. Thank you. Now I would like to invite our senior class president, Elias Tajadine.
I hope you guys are doing good today. Some of you guys look pretty hot. You guys can take that however you want, though. Let me get this started. Good evening, teachers, staff, family, friends, and most importantly, this unforgettable class of 2025. It's a real honor, and I'd be lying to tell you that I'm not terrified to stand up here and speak on behalf of this class. Tonight is a celebration, a farewell, and a moment we can look back on forever. So I thought I'd begin, not with something heavy, rather familiar. Something that shaped a good part of our childhoods. Toy Story. Yeah, I know you guys didn't expect that. We grew up with these movies, but as we got older, we can realize they were quietly teaching us what it means to grow up, to lose, to love, to let go. Take Andy's toys, like Woody, Buzz, Jessie, Rex, Slinky. They each had something they were good at, and their fears. But when things got tough, they showed up for each other. No questions asked. Let's start out with Rex, the dinosaur. He was constantly doubting himself, scared of almost everything. Yet when it mattered the most, he found the courage to act. That is us. That is each and every one of us. We walked into high school unsure of who we were, awkward, maybe even scared. But look at us now. We failed, we succeeded, and we kept it pushing. We grew into something stronger because of each other. And of course, we can't forget the infamous duo, Woody and Buzz. They didn't always get along. They fought. They messed up. And one pushed the other out the window. But what brought them back together was remembering their purpose. Being there for someone else. That's another lesson we need to take with us. We'll all mess up, we'll get jealous, we'll lose our way, and maybe push someone else out a window. But we'll also have the chance to come back, to remember what matters, to be there for the people we care about. And the part that's going to hit me the hardest right now is the goodbye. Toy Story 3 and Andy packing away for college, handing Woody to Bonnie, and driving away. And now it's us. We're Andy, and we're in his shoes. We're the ones packing up, saying goodbye to the only world we've really known. And it hurts. It hurts a lot, but it's supposed to. That pain that aches in your chest right now, it's just proof that this meant something, that this class meant something. It's just proof that everything meant something, that the laughter in the hallways, the pep rallies, the quiet moments when Code would yell at us during graduation practice. Where is he? They mattered. So whether you're heading off to college, the military, the workforce, or still trying to figure it out, carry this chapter with you. Carry these friendships, carry the inside jokes, the late night talks with your friends, the heartbreaks, the victories. Please don't leave them. Bring them with you. They help make you, you. I'd like to wrap this up from a quote from a song by Phoebe Bridgers, that being, anyways, don't be a stranger. I know I have some pretty good karaoke skills. Some of you guys saw that. But in all seriousness, call me when you want to talk. Text me about the new experiences you have. Please don't become some random to me. Always know, as Woody said, you've got a friend in me. And like my mom says, stay in touch, I mean it. Thank you. I love you all. Congratulations, class of 2025. Now let's please welcome Mr. Viriel back on the stage for the conferring of the diplomas. Penelope.
Just to make you sweat it out just a little more, I do like to go off script, do a business-style recap for just a minute or two before we get there. And I would just be so wrong if I didn't thank Christina, my wife, for the endless, many hours that are shared while I'm here and not there. So thank you. I want to say Ivan was right. You all should be thanking yourselves, class of 2025. You're absolutely right to be thanking yourselves. But I hope you were listening to Clarice as well. Clarice, who thanked her parents so much. It is now your charge to make that career and go out there and spoil your parents. You're next, because we need it for us. But in education, there are really three pillars to a triumvirate. There are the students, there are the parents. Thank you all, especially those families that walk that fine line between zealous and overzealous. But we also have the faculty. And I didn't just say teachers, but our teachers are phenomenal. But we just could not raise this village without the help also of our school nurse, Ms. Accinelli, Ms. Thomason, like the whole faculty. It takes them to get us to the finish line. So thank you all, faculty. Mr. Rudy is really an atypical administrator who has spent half his career here. Most of us are here just a moment, and I feel like it's such an ephemeral moment. And I really have just one goal when I go to a school, and that is to leave it a better place than when I got there. And I want to thank Mr. Rudy for giving me this chance to do it here, but I also feel like he completely set me up for failure. Because this year, exiting stage left, we have two Guns, Mr. and Mrs. Gunn. We have Mr. Jessup and Michael Morris, and I just want to take a moment to thank you for everything they have done. How many times did you hear their names here today? I do want to thank Mitchell Horrigan for inspiring the most legendary address from a military member that I've ever heard to a school. And I just want to share a couple words of my own, because my life has been shared so much, is just dealing with the horrors of social media with students. But we heard so much from Penelope's speech and everybody's speech. I now want you to start thinking about social media the way Generation X uses it, the ones that listen to Billy Joel more than Taylor Swift. You can now, if your friends move 12 time zones away, 8,000 miles, you can stay connected. You can find those people that build you up and make you a better team, make you a better person. Use that social media for good. Stay connected, because you really are an incredible, unique class. Unforgettable, one might say. So you just never know, through social media, through the phone, through your neighborhood. You may be talking to them 44 years later, just like Mr. Frigo's talking to Mr. Kohut. So thank you for all that you've done, Mr. Kohut, senior class sponsor. I heard a theme repeated over and over from Jackson's speech. We're going to be kind. We're going to find those people that are out here and got you here, and we're going to hug them like you really, really mean it. Wherever you go, there you are. And just remember that sometimes it takes grit, and sometimes you got to say, this too shall pass. But it is your turn now to walk boldly into the future, like Jackson told us. I'm now going to go back to the script. It has been an honor to be your principal this year. This class has shown great resiliency and determination over the last several months. I know that you will be stronger for it. I wish each and every one of you the very best. On behalf of the faculty and staff of Vicenza High School, we congratulate you for all of your achievement. Mr. Rudy? As principal of Vicenza High School, I have reviewed the transcripts of each and every one of these students to certify that they have met the graduation requirements of the Department of Defense Education activity. Congratulations, class of 2025 of Vicenza High School.
Seniors, at this time, class of 2025, you may move your tassel from the right to the left side of your cap. This signifies that you are now 2025 graduates of Vicenza High School. Congratulations! This concludes our commencement ceremony.
Graduates, prepare for the recessional. Shaka. I just said that. It wasn't in the document. There are refreshments being served in the commons after.